Hello guys, how are you doing? Happy New Year to one and all, and welcome to Match Week 26 predictions for the Championship, the first prediction show of the new year. Hopefully you guys all going to enjoy it. If you do, as always, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on all 12 games in the comment section down below. And without further ado, let's get predicting another week of Championship action. We're going to begin with a big game. It's Blackburn hosting Burnley in the derby, and this one looks to be a cracker. Both sides doing well this season and in the top six at the moment. Burnley, of course, last time out with a frustrating 0-0 draw at home, down to 10 men as well, so Hannibal will miss this game, the derby, of course. And Stoke were a tough side to break down in that game. In this one, away to Ewood Park, and Blackburn last time out got the 1-1 draw late on against Leeds United. Away at Ellen Road, Blackburn under John Eustace have been doing really well so far under his reign, and once again proven to be difficult customers for Leeds United last time out. In this one, I've got a feeling Blackburn win it. However, I've looked at the last 12 years worth of this game, and Blackburn haven't won. You know, they've only got one draw in the last 12 years at home against Burnley as their best result. So in this one, I can only see a draw. I do think Blackburn get something out of this one. Burnley probably the favourites, considering their dominance in this fixture over the last however long. You know, you look back 12 years and it's been basically all Burnley in this fixture. And Blackburn have struggled. So in this one, I do fancy Blackburn to get something. 1-1 draw, though, is my prediction. Next up, we go to Stoke, and they host Plymouth, and Mark Robins, the new Stoke City manager. That sounds so strange saying it like that. But he couldn't have hoped for a better opening fixture to start his reign off as Stoke City manager. They host bottom of the table Plymouth Argyle, who have an awful away record. And that's not just something under Wayne Rooney, who is now finally parted company with Plymouth. It was back in the Schumacher days at Plymouth when they first got promoted to the Championship. It's been really poor, their away form. And once again, if they're going to survive, which looks increasingly likely this season, then their away form, they've got to start to pick it up sooner rather than later. This will be a great start for them, but Stoke recently have been putting together a few decent performances. 0-0 against Burnley. Not many teams are going to go there this season and get a point. And before that, they got the 1-0 win at home against Sunderland, which is very impressive. In this one, it's only going to be one winner. There's a bit of a feel-good factor now around Stoke, but somehow every manager that goes there, no matter their past or where they go after, at Stoke, they never really do well. How long will Robins last there? Anyone's guess, but it has to be a long-term project there with Robins, and maybe this is the time that Stoke finally go on an upward trend. In this one, Stoke 3, Plymouth 0. The final 12:30 game on Saturday is Swansea hosting West Brom. Now, this game is a lot more to it than just the two sides. It's all about Luke Williams as well, where on Swans Twitter and Swans fans have been having a meltdown in the last 4 or 5 days if you've been following it. Absolute carnage. In this one, though, it does look like Williams will be in the Swansea dugout. Can't be too sure yet. And in this game, the Swans have actually got a really good record against West Brom in South Wales, winning 9 of the last 12 meetings between the two sides. I'm really looking forward for the matchday vlog tomorrow, so make sure you guys have got your notifications on as soon as I upload it tomorrow. Of course, it's a 12:30 kickoff, so I can get it up at a reasonable hour tomorrow as well. So in this one, tricky game, West Brom to score, Swans to bounce back from our awful New Year's Day defeat to Portsmouth. Saying we were poor is generous to the players. We were awful. Swans to win 2-1 here in a reactionary victory here. On to the 3 o'clock games. We begin with Bristol City hosting Derby County. Now, Derby County just lost on New Year's Day 4-2 against Sheffield Wednesday. The away form hasn't been great so far this season. As to Bristol City at home recently, they've been absolutely flying at home. And in this one, another good opportunity to pick up 3 points. Last time out, it was heartbreaking in the 91st minute as they conceded to Plymouth away at Home Park and dropped 2 points there, which quite poor actually in the end. But Home Park is a really tough place to go. In this one, I can see a 5-goal thriller and Bristol City to be on the winning end of it. 3-2 win here at Ashton Gate. Hull versus Leeds next up. Now, this is going to be tricky for Leeds United. Last time out, they drew 1-1 at home against Blackburn. And this time, once again, away to Hull, who just made it very, very difficult for Middlesbrough. Don't know how they didn't get a point in the end, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, and Hull have had a really poor season. Ruben Saz has come in, made it a bit better, but the results do need to start coming. They've had 2 positive results so far under his reign, but really they just need to, especially this month in January, where they have the opportunity to strengthen, they've got to start getting the results as well. Otherwise, they're going to make it very nervy and tricky for themselves later on down the line. As for Leeds United, great season so far. They have been dropping a few results. They haven't been as strong as they were last season, but they're still doing very well this year. In this one, Hull 0, Leeds 2. Middlesbrough host Cardiff now at, of course, the Riverside. Cardiff have been stringing together 2 results in the last 2 games. The away win against Watford was very impressive. And of course, now lost them out with 10 men. They got the 1-1 draw at home against Coventry. As for Middlesbrough, of course, big win on the road last time against Hull City. To end, of course, their 3 in a row draws. In this one, I think they back it up with another win here. An emphatic victory at home. 4-1 win for Middlesbrough here. Norwich host Coventry here, and I didn't realise how good a record Norwich actually have against Coventry. And so already I think there's only one winner in this one. Norwich to win 2-0 in this one. They just beat Luton 1-0 away. Coventry, I don't know, the squad's there. The squad's really good. It just seems like a really underwhelming season from them. Norwich to win this one 2-0. Preston hosting Oxford. Now Preston last time out, of course. Lost on the road against West Bromwich Albion 3-1. Not a great result there from Preston. However, it's been at home this season under Heckingbottom, where they've got the better results, should we say. I think they've only lost one of their 12 home games under Paul Heckingbottom, which isn't bad at all. As for Oxford, of course, they've got 3 wins in a row and a new manager, Gary Rowett. And Gary Rowett has actually got a very good record against Preston. And for that reason, I'm backing Oxford to do the double over Preston, winning this fixture 2-1 away. Up next, we go to Sheffield Wednesday. In this one, they host Millwall. Millwall, in the end, disappointing on Alex Neil's first game at the club in a 1-0 defeat at home to Oxford. However, of course, in this one, they were away to Hillsborough, where Sheffield Wednesday await them, of course. Sheffield Wednesday last them out with an emphatic bounce-back win as they beat Derby 4-2. In this one, Wednesday to win again, 2-0 at home against Millwall here. Next up, we go to Watford at Vicarage Road, and in this one, they host Sheffield United. Sheffield United last them out, disappointing to lose away at, of course, the Stadium of Light to Sunderland, where Kiefer Moore, of course, missed that penalty in the end. Turned out to be a big factor in their defeat. In this one, they go away to Watford, who at Vicarage Road, Tom Cleverley has a great record at home. Before the new year, of course, they lost their first game under his reign as Watford manager at home, which is some record to be fair, but disappointing to lose it before the new year. Home record against Sheffield United for Watford. They're unbeaten in their last 3 games hosting the Blades. I think that continues here to 4. Watford 1, Sheffield United 1 is my prediction in this game. Moving on, we go to Sunderland hosting Portsmouth. Brilliant win for Sunderland at home last time out against Sheffield United. I need to start backing Sunderland a bit more, I think, at home, who are still unbeaten at the Stadium of Light so far this season. In this one, they welcome Portsmouth, and I think these two sides, it'll be a great battle. Portsmouth, fair play, outstanding victory on New Year's Day. Swans barely turned up, awful, absolutely dreadful. And Portsmouth thoroughly deserved the win. I picked this on a bad day, but to be fair, really professional performance from Portsmouth, and on another day could have had 5 or 6, to be fair to them. In this one, though, away from home, they're not as good as they are at home. I think they'll make it really tricky for Sunderland, but I don't think they'll get a result. Sunderland 2, Portsmouth 1 in this one. And the final game we predict is QPR hosting Luton Town. Luton Town, if they lose this away game, it'll be 10 away defeats in a row. It's currently 9. In this one, they go away to QPR, who have just got a great victory at home against Watford. In this one, I think QPR do get the win. And how much longer do Luton give it with Rob Edwards? They must be really regretting giving him that new long-term contract in the summer. In this one, QPR to win, 2-1 at home. Well then, guys, there are my predictions for match week 26 of the Championship. As always, let me know yours in the comment section down below. Look out for the matchday vlog on, of course, tomorrow, on Saturday, of course. And as always, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next very soon, guys. Take care, stay safe, Happy New Year, goodbye.